Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today let's go over a premium medium question in the database category that I just solved on my own. So I'm super happy about this and I'm very glad that I was able to come up with my own solution to this question without any assistance. So let's go over it and let me show you how I did it. This one is 1468 and basically it's pretty simple. You just want to get each company and find the biggest salary in each company, okay, by the company ID. And then you want to see which bucket it falls under and then apply the appropriate discount. So there might be some rounding issues, so I'll show you my workaround, but otherwise, let's go ahead and do that. So for IS and enumerate salaries, let's get the company ID. And let's say D, company ID, let's append the current salary, okay? Because we just want to get the biggest salary for each company. Okay, so let's go ahead and do this. Let's call this biggest and make that a dictionary. And biggest of S, so let's make this a default dictive type integer equals to max of biggest S. So we don't have to check if the key is already in the dictionary, and the current salary. And that just gives us the biggest. So let's go ahead and print biggest. Cool. So you can see now we can see which bucket it falls under. So the discount rate, let's call that, let's make a dictionary. And for B and biggest, so the current salary is just going to be biggest of B. If salary is less than 1,000, then we can just say discount rate of the current company is equal to 0. Otherwise, if it's between 1,000 and 10,000, then it's going to be 0.24. And then last but not least, it's bigger than 10,000, then the discount rate is just going to be 0.49. Okay, so now we can go ahead and apply that. So we're just changing this column basically, okay? So for IS and enumerate salaries of, let's do the company ID again. So the current discount rate, let's just call it discount rate of S. So let's print DR. Okay, cool. So now that's how much percentage of the current salary. Let's call this current salary, or let's say before is just going to be salaries, salary of I. So we're going to multiply this before times the discount rate, and we're going to say before is before minus whatever this before times discount rate is. Okay, so let's call this after, and let's print the after. So let's say we're minusing 49%, then we're just going to say 0.49 times 2000 minus 0.49 times 2000, and we get 1020. Cool, except this should round to 5911. So if we go ahead and append this, we're not going to get the right answer, because if we want to round this to 2 decimal places or just round it to the nearest integer, you can see a little bug here, because this, well, in this case, it looks correct, but okay, cool. So let's go ahead and try this. Let's just go ahead and say answer.append. So the company ID and then the employee ID, the employee name, same columns as before, just salary is changed, and then after is appended there. Let's create 4 columns, and you can see it says return the table in any order, so that's fine. We don't have to sort at all. Cool. So now let's create an empty data frame. Set company ID to 1, set employee ID to 2. Set employee name to 3. And last but not least, set the salary. And then let's return this data frame. So let's run this. Okay, so there's something wrong here. Okay, so the employee ID, employee name of I. Okay, cool. So let's submit it. And as you can see, we have some bugs because the rounding is not exactly accurate. So for example, if we just look at this, and it took some experimentation, but if we round this to 2 decimal places, we actually get 5910. We don't get the right answer, basically. So what I needed to do is just say final, let's just call this, is 100. We need to add 0.5 to it. So times after plus 0.5 and then divide by 100. That offsets the rounding error. It's like a little workaround. And then set after equals to final. Let's do this and run this. Okay. Without the rounding. Not right. Okay, now we got the whole number. So basically we got to get rid of everything of the decimal. So let's call this location is string final dot index of this one. And then what we want is string final, everything up to location. So let's print want. Okay, cool. So that looks correct, and that looks correct. Now we just have to say this is going to be want back to an integer. Okay, so let's use this test case. Okay, submit it. And there you go, passes all test cases. So again, I'm super glad that I was able to come up with my own solution to this question without any help and solve it completely on my own. So that's it for this video, and thank you for watching, and stay tuned for more.